everybody, this is Kevin Davidson, your host for Kevin's Corner, real estate from a marketing perspective, and this is episode number 32. I'm climbing up on the ranks, and it's all thanks to you guys because you guys are watching the videos and the podcast, and I appreciate it. Today's a special episode because I don't have a vendor today. I have two wonderful real estate agents. So, and unbeknownst to me, they are both from the same brokerage. So, woohoo! And they're both really, really nervous. So check them out. I always start off the podcast by telling everybody that I couldn't do this if it wasn't for Jennifer Spanisj, the area vice president, Caitlin Korner, Devin, the escrow officers here in Sugar Land, and Wendy Santana and Adriana Alzate in the Richmond office. And if you're watching this and you're a real estate agent or a vendor that operates in the Fort Bend County area, I'd love to have you as a guest on the podcast. Give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com. So let's get started with episode number 32 of Kevin's Corner. So most of the people in my world know who this is. This is Sandra Cruz.
Hi.
She is a very in-demand real estate agent that uses us a lot in the Richmond office. With Wendy, but she is with Walzel Properties, correct?
Correct.
So say hi to everybody, Sandra.
Hi.
So Sandra is a real estate agent. Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Sandra Cruz. I'm a realtor in the Houston and surrounding areas, specifically in Fort Bend County, Richmond, Katy, Fulshire, Needville, Rosenberg area. I've been an agent for almost 8 years. It'll be 8 years in January, and I'm really enjoying it. I come from a background of education, so I was a teacher for about 13 years.
I find that a lot of teachers can become very good, successful real estate agents.
I have found that too. A lot of the people.
You're one of them.
I am. Thanks. Yes. So I transitioned in 2020 as a full-time agent, and I've been doing it, and I enjoy it. I've listed several homes. I also do leases. I'm a buyer's agent as well. And I am also a bilingual realtor, so I can help anybody that, only speaks Spanish or do both.
Prove it. Say something in Spanish.
Oh, me vas a dejar hablar en español.
Shut me up. Shut me up fast, didn't she? So why did you become a real estate agent?
Well, at the time in 2020, as we all know, COVID hit. It was a very difficult time for everybody. I had just had a baby, and things were getting complicated with the babysitter, and she was born with this illness where we were a little scared that, if she got COVID, it could be very serious for her. So that's when my husband and I decided, it was best for me to just be home with her and still be able to do my real estate business on the side. And little by little, it started picking up, and now, I'm doing real estate full time.
Yep, and she does a great job. What's your favorite part about being a realtor?
I enjoy that every day is different because you work with different types of people, different walks of life. I could be in Katy in the morning and maybe in Needville in the evening. So it's a very different environment every single day. And I've gotten to meet a lot of interesting people.
What is I know you said you do leases, buys, and sales, but what's your favorite? What would you prefer to do?
Honestly, I like buyers because I see them at closing and how happy they are to get their home, especially first-time home buyers. It's just so awesome to be able to help them get, their very first property.
And if somebody comes to you and says, hey, I would like to buy a home. I'd like to be a first-time home buyer, but I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I have the credit for it or whatever. Do you have a system to where you help people become first-time home buyers?
Yes. So I have a lot of great lenders that help me even when they're not ready, even when they have to work on, financially save. They give them tips on how to save, or they might not be ready with, they don't have any credit history. So we also help them, obtain credit history. So, they're able to purchase.
They're able to purchase, right. So what do you think about the market today? Honestly, what not from your own business perspective, but in general, the real estate industry as a whole right now?
Well, it's definitely changing. The past few days, I've been speaking to some lenders, and the interest rate is actually going back down. So we're hoping this 2024 is going to be a lot better than, this year was for a lot of buyers. And we're hoping to see the rates come a little lower. We're already in the sixes, so.
Right. Do you think that the rates coming down is going to be enough, or do home values also have to come down too?
In Texas, all the experts are saying that home values are not going to change drastically. But just, if we drop down to the 5s and potentially even 4s in the future, that's going to help home buyers quite a bit with their monthly payment.
Well, of course it will. If you're a seller, elevated home price is great. If you're a buyer, elevated home price is not great. But do you foresee the prices of homes going up anymore or stabilizing?
I think they're stabilizing, and the market right now is still a little bit more negotiable than it was in the past.
Right now, a lot of homes, at least the agents that I know, they have listings, but they can't sell them.
Yeah,
one's buying them.
that's right. But we're hoping, as the rates come down, people are going to start being able to afford them again. So that's what we're hoping for 2024.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about marketing. What is it that you do to generate leads for yourself?
Well, when I started my business, I really focused on my sphere of influence, because that's where most agents begin, where you have, your friends, your family, people that you know. That's, the bottom line. And from there, you can expand. I've done flyers. I've done events. I've also become involved a lot in my community through the HOA. So people get to know me.
What is that?
The HOA?
No. What is that activity called?
What do you mean? What is that activity called?
It's called farming.
Oh, farming. Yes. So I do a lot of farming.
You don't know that.
Well, I thought you were talking specifically about,
No, I understand.
the HOA activities that I do.
I help her with some of this stuff.
Yes. I've been coming to a lot of his marketing classes. I've learned a lot. And that's how I began, marketing a lot more in my area. And people have gotten to know me more.
Exactly. And people do business with people in this industry that they know, like, and trust. They can't know, like, and trust you if they don't see you, if you're not out there.
Exactly.
So what are some of the things that you're going to do in 2024, marketing-wise, that you're not already doing?
In 2024, I really want to focus on video marketing. I think, video marketing, that is where, you can expand your audience. And that's where, they might know you locally in Richmond, Rosenberg, but that'll expand you throughout the Houston area.
So what's the number one way to market anything today?
Video.
Good job. Awesome.
Yeah.
So what's the number one search engine on the planet?
YouTube.
No, number one.
Number one search engine, Google.
Yes. What's the number two?
Search engine? Oh, our website?
YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. Okay.
Who owns YouTube?
Google.
There you go. So if you want to market yourself and you want to be online, guess where you got to be? Google.
You need to be in both.
Exactly. So I'm very happy to hear you say that. That's exactly a great place to start. Do you have a YouTube channel yet?
Not yet. And, this is the first kind of like feel of that's the reason I came to this podcast, to kind of get started with my video, and I do need to get started with my YouTube channel.
So what kind of things are you going to do on video for your marketing?
Well, I want to do more like a tips for buyers, sellers kind of thing. So people know, what are the steps to buying a home. So every week I'm going to have a video of different tips for people. And I'm going to market, obviously to list people that are sellers and people that are buyers. Right. And I'm also thinking about doing both in English and Spanish. That way my audience is even bigger.
Don't think about it. Do it. Because, there's the city of Houston, there's 50% of the population is Hispanic, and more than 75% of those don't speak English. But they still want to buy a house.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
You if you can speak Spanish, I'm going to tell you to do everything you do in English, do it in Spanish as well. Have a Spanish website or a Spanish section on your website. Have 2 different YouTube channels or 2 different YouTube accounts, one English, one Spanish. 2 different social media, English and Spanish. Because you have to be able to get in front of the people that you want to be your clients, but if they don't understand you, that's impossible. Is there anything else that you want to do next year, marketing-wise?
Well, obviously the biggest thing I want to focus is video, but I also want to get out more in the community, participate in community events. That way people see my face as well. Not just digitally, but in front of them. That way they see that I bring something to the community, not just, oh, Sandra's a realtor, but Sandra also helps the community as well. Giving back.
What about charitable organization?
Yes. Well, I do a lot of different community charitable organizations through my church. And I also do it through my daughter's school. We did Toys for Tots this year, and I even volunteer for our community school as well. They don't really go to that school, but since it's nearby, I also like to volunteer there.
Awesome. So you said, or we said, that your brokerage was Walzel Properties, correct?
Correct.
You want to give them a little shout out and say something about them real quick?
Yes. I mean, Walzel, we're just a growing company. When I joined in 2020, we were about 1,200 agents, and now we are in a couple of thousand of agents. So a lot of people are joining. Yes. Really? And Shelly, she's just wonderful. She's always there for agents. Even when she's on a cruise, she answers, or leaves somebody to answer our questions. So it's great, to have a broker that is available.
Awesome. Awesome. So what is it about Sandra Cruz and your real estate business that you want everybody in podcast land watching this to know about you?
I want them to know that I always put my clients' interest, first. It's always about them. It's always about their needs. And I always try to get them the best deal possible, whether you're a buyer or a seller. I'm always going to try to get top dollar or try to save you on one way or another.
In my year and a half of working with you, I have also noticed that something that's very important to you is that you tell it like it is. You don't.
I'm very honest.
You're honest with clients.
I'm very honest.
Yeah, I make $13 an hour and I want to buy a $500,000 house. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, but I also, when I see issues in a home, I'm not just a salesman. I'm always looking out, especially when they're first-time home buyers, and I know they have limited funds. If I see there's something structurally wrong with the home, I point it out to them, which I think it's important.
And you'll help them with the getting the loan if they need to?
Yes, we start from pre-qual to closing.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So are you on social media?
I am.
Do you have a website?
I do. You can find me on Facebook. I have 2 different. I have a personal one, and I also have Sandra Cruz, Walzel Realtor. My phone number is 832-707-5055. If you want to text, if you want to call, if you have questions, I'm available.
And then what about email?
My email is vcruzrealty@gmail.com.
Do me a favor. Do everybody a favor. Spell Walzel real quick.
Walzel, Walzel.
I would have gotten that wrong. Give me your phone number one more time.
832-707-5055.
Okay, guys, this is Sandra Cruz. She speaks Spanish.
I do.
So everybody out there that's watching this that doesn't understand what I'm saying, you need to call her, okay? So she's a great realtor in the Fort Bend County area, Richmond, Rosenberg,
Sugarland Fulshire area.
There you go.
Yes.
Give them the phone number one more time.
832-707-5055. Y recuerden, hablo español.
There you go. Awesome. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for having me.
She did a great job. She was nervous. She did a great job. So if you guys need a great realtor, give her a call. You need to speak Spanish. She'll do that as well. We'll be right back with segment 2 of episode number 32 with Debbie Marin.
Thank you.
Can't wait.